Tchaikovsky was born in 1840 in Votkinsk, a town in the Ural Mountains. When he was 8, Tchaikovsky's family moved to St. Petersburg, which was the capital of Russia back then. Fortunately for a kid like Tchaikovsky, there was lots of music going on in St. Petersburg. Unfortunately for Tchaikovsky, music wasn't considered an acceptable profession, so his parents made him study law instead. But that didn't last long. First, Tchaikovsky started studying music on the side, and then he gave up law to study music full-time. After he graduated from the conservatory in St. Petersburg, Tchaikovsky became a professor at the brand new conservatory in Moscow. Soon he was being asked to compose music for all kinds of occasions. For almost 14 years, Tchaikovsky had a very unusual pen pal. A rich woman who was a big fan of his music decided that she wanted to be his patroness. A patroness if you're a woman, is a person who gives money to support someone or something like an artist or arts organization. Tchaikovsky's patroness was Nadezhda von Meck. Nadezhda is Russian for hope, by the way. For years, she sent Tchaikovsky money so that he could spend more time composing and less time worrying about making a living. But she didn't want to meet him, ever. So for years, they just wrote letters back and forth, telling each other almost everything about their lives. Tchaikovsky dedicated his Fourth Symphony to his patroness. In addition to symphonies, ballets, and other instrumental music, Tchaikovsky wrote music for singers, songs, and operas. Tchaikovsky traveled all over Europe to attend performances of his music, and in 1891, he even came to America to conduct his music at the opening of Carnegie Hall. One kind of music that Tchaikovsky wrote better than almost anyone else was ballet. The Tchaikovsky ballet that gets performed most often is the one that pops up every Christmas, the Nutcracker.
This portion of the video is provided as a tool to help you best understand the Google Form prompts. I'll read each prompt aloud twice, but it is important for you to remember that you must open the Google Form in a separate tab and submit your written work through the Google Form. Begin by examining this illustration to gather details from the life of Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky. Take a final glance to the bottom left corner, and I'll read the first prompt. What famous ballet composed by Tchaikovsky is represented in the illustration? What famous ballet composed by Tchaikovsky is represented in the illustration? You may also go to the first portion of the video and listen to the information at 3 minutes and 35 seconds to find the answer. Our second prompt. His parents were not supportive of a career in music. What career did Tchaikovsky's parents insist that he study? What career did Tchaikovsky's parents insist that he study? The timestamp for the answer in the previous video is at the 30-second mark. Our third prompt. Tchaikovsky had a wealthy patroness. If you had a patron or patroness, what interest of your own would you hope they supported? If you had a patron or patroness, what interest of your own would you hope they supported? You can find out more at the 1 minute 45 second mark of the first video. Tchaikovsky was alive at a time when composers and musicians could travel more easily than musicians in the years before them. He traveled from Russia to Europe to hear performances of his music. In 1891, which country did he travel to as a conductor of his own music? In 1891, which country did he travel to as a conductor of his own music? You'll find the answer at the 2 minute 55 second mark in the video biography. Please give your best work when recording your answers, and don't forget to submit them for credit.